Ready Player One is Steven Spielberg's latest sci-fi action adaptation, a nostalgic knockout of the park and filled with pop culture love from start to finish. Based on the novel by Ernest Cline, this film is set in a dystopian 2045, where our society has been literally taken over by technology. Everyone is plugged into a virtual reality system known as the Oasis, where you become whatever avatar you want to be anyone, do almost anything. This virtual universe is as endless as the imagination, and we follow teenager Wade Watts, who is a player in this ultimate game, which I'm glad that the early marketing that I caught shied away from, because this was a fun and great hook for me. The developer of the Oasis left a secret set of challenges within this game that would award 3 keys, which whoever player acquired all 3 keys first would end up gaining control of the Oasis in this tech-heavy future that we're already starting to see today. The greedy IOI company has a bunch of players in the game to try and win and gain control of this technology that everyone is gravitating towards. However, the door is still open for Wade and his virtual friends to also win if they can put their pop culture knowledge to use and complete these challenges, earn all the keys, and gain control of the Oasis. Will they do it, or will the IOI beat them to it, and it'll be game over for them? The film is wildly entertaining from right off the bat. It does not take us long to get into the Oasis, and once the action starts, I felt like I'd sat down for a roller coaster without a seatbelt. It was incredible how swept up I was in this film. It was just so cool. Set to an awesome 80s soundtrack that hit all the right notes at the right times, we are treated to a visual feast of amazing scenarios from battle sequences to world building. The visual effects are just off the charts, and I would be surprised if there was not some recognition come award season next year. It only makes sense that Spielberg takes on this love letter of films to the decades past of films that he was instrumental in influencing. It's so perfect, most of this film. It's just so. It really does what I love about film that Spielberg really instilled in me back with Jurassic Park when I was a kid. Film is really the closest we can get to magic in this world. And with film, you can do anything. You can be all kinds of magical. You can do whatever. And I think so many films forget that. They just try to be real. This film does try to do anything and everything, but in a great way. It is so jam-packed with awesomeness. I could not help but have my jaw dropped and my eyes wide open on the edge of my seat for a majority of this almost 2.5 hour long film. It is just so good. Writing is brisk, the direction is on point. Ty Sheridan and Olivia Cooke are 2 young performers who I have enjoyed in many of the other projects they've done. I've just been waiting for them to have that mainstream hit that just does it for them, and they both kill it here. Lena Waithe is also great as who I'm sure will be the fan favorite character of this film. Ben Mendelsohn pops up to do his villainish stick as usual, and it works. This whole film just seems to be running on all cylinders. It's just perfectly done all the way around. I really enjoy it. While it does seem to just play out with the typical hero's journey storyline, it doesn't really do anything new per se. It does so much fun in the execution and beefing up the middle. This movie is nearly 2.5 hours, and it will fly by. It is just such a fun blast. You can't help but be sucked up into it. There is something here for everyone to fanboy over. For me, I loved that it didn't shy away from some horror scenarios. We have Jason, Freddy, and Chucky in this movie. There's an entire prolonged sequence dedicated to what many lovers of this era of film will maybe consider the greatest horror film of all time. But I don't want to spoil because my friend and I watching this just turned to each other when it played out and we're like, this is so cool! And that's what this movie is. It's just so cool. It's just so much fun all the way around. And when we go to movies, we want to escape. Like the characters in this film escape into the Oasis. We want to have something that is just that cool and entertaining and fun. And this reminds us how great movies can do that. And I give Ready Player One a 4.5 out of 5. It's just barely off from perfect because, yeah, it is almost basic to a certain extent, but also, what more could you want in this one? If you made it this far, thanks for watching.